Yo, what up? It's Aaron motherfucking Moses, and I got this question from one of the homies. How the fuck do you stay out of jail? I'm gonna give you, what is this? 13 ways. 13 ways. Fuck that shit. My hair is original. I don't apologize for it. Uh, my pick is gone. I don't know where the fuck that shit is. But 13 ways to stay out of jail. Alright, 13 amazing ways to stay out of jail. And obviously there's a lot more, but I'm gonna just break it down for you real quick. That was creepy. The first way is if you get caught up in some legal shit, a situation, take the probation. Take the probation and complete it successfully. Don't violate. Why? Why? Because if you can show that you complete probation when you're given probation, there is a bigger likelihood that you will continue to get probation. If you get probation and you violate probation and you go to jail, a lot of the times they're not going to keep giving you chances to do probation. They're going to keep sending your ass to jail. And if you're a first time offender and you go to jail, you're fucked. Because I haven't met a lot of people who get probation and keep getting probation after they've been to jail fucking 10 times. Okay? So take the probation, complete the probation. Hold up. Fuck it. Bam! Alright, next. This might seem dumb, but because the situation surrounding the unarmed white woman in Minnesota, I'm gonna say move. No, I didn't smoke yet. I'm about to go to the store, get some more beers, and do this review on these Cheetos. So the second way to stay out of jail, it might sound stupid, but move somewhere where the police look like you. If you're white, that's fine. You don't have a real issue finding where all the white cops are in America. If you're black, nigga, move where black niggas are police. Okay? It is in my opinion, and this might sound fucking racist, ignorant, fucking separatist, but I think people should be policing their own race because people of their own race treat people of their own race differently. A lot of the times, especially police. Judges, police, especially because the number one rule in fucking law is that the law is up to the discretion of those who enforce it. From getting arrested to being sentenced. In some states like Georgia, murder is automatic life. But in other states, the minimum fucking punishment for murder is 1 year probation. Not in a whole lot of states. I don't know which states that's fucking legal actually. I think that's legal in California. But move to places where the police look like you on the skin. All right. Next, a lot of people don't know this. The better that you can read, the least likely it is for you to go to jail. Reading dictates directly two things in your life. The people who read well above a fourth grade level get into less accidents, and the people who read are less prone to go to jail. So learning how to read will actually keep your ass out of jail. Fun fact of the day. Next, hang out with people who are not jailbirds. If none of your friends have ever gone to jail before, but you think they're squares and you don't have as much fun with them as you do with your jailbird friends or your gangbanger jailbird friends, which everybody has gangbanger jailbird friends. Not everybody, a lot of them, a lot of us people, not us people, a lot of people have jailbird friends. But if those friends are more fun than the non-jailbird friends, then your ass is going to jail. You're next. Everybody in the room's been in jail except for you. and these are all your best friends, guess what's gonna happen? I'm not gonna lie to you, I've had more issues with power hungry black cops than white cops. Where did you live? If they're with a white cop, they're gonna fucking, just like NWA said, black police showing out for the white cop. But when it's been just the black cop by themselves, or the black cop is supposed to be the leader, which a lot of the times they're not. If it's if you live in fucking East Los Angeles, California, and there's a lot of Mexican cops, you know what? In my experience, when there was a black police officer, that usually benefited me unless he was something else, less of a man or a dick face. So, next, money. If you ever seen Goodfellas, you heard him say the only people who go to jail are the people who want to go to jail. I'm gonna tell you the only people who go to jail are the people who can't afford to not go to jail. Which is not always the case because that nigga had bread and he still went to prison. Um, but a lot of people, as long as you are not doing anything super retardedly illegal and you can afford to not go to jail, you won't. You can pay for your lawyer. My homeboy D paid fucking $4,000 for a motherfucking lawyer and he had a misdemeanor and he didn't go to jail. And in Arizona, he had a DU. He had a. You know what? I'm not even gonna tell the man's business. I already did all the way. But, anyways, money helped me. All right. Actually, I went to jail, but I didn't get sentenced to jail. I was just waiting to go to court. Anyways, next, what is that? Sixth, know the law. Knowing the law is literally the most important aspect in keeping you out of jail. Of course, you have to know how to fucking read to know the law, which you kind of don't because you can just get audiobooks. But knowing the law, word of mouth, doing research yourself. For example, AaroniMoses was walking down the street at fucking 12 o'clock at night in the country with some weed in my pocket. And there was a lot of police outside because it was tax season and everybody in this fucking country, in this town, is fucking meth addicts and crackheads. So, what I did was, instead of walking in the middle of the fucking street like I usually do, I walked on the sidewalk. And there was no reason for the police to fuck with me. Because I knew that it was against the law to walk in the street. Because that's called failure to use a sidewalk, which is the dumbest fucking law in the whole world, literally. But because I did know the law and I did not walk in the street, I didn't get pulled over. And these motherfuckers take weed out here very fucking seriously. Because that means if you have weed, then you know somebody who smokes meth, and the people who fucking sell coke and crack out here, they use the weed money to smuggle shit in and blah, blah, blah. So knowing the law is the number one way to keep you out of jail. Number 7, if you have to go to court for anything besides something driving related, traffic related, bring your friends and your fucking family to court. And I heard in Arizona, if you go to court, then you can have, I think they're called character witnesses. Basically, people who tell the judge that you're such a good person and you didn't start acting up until your fucking girlfriend broke up with you when you were in 8th grade, and then you start smoking weed, and then, but you're a good person at heart. So having friends and family at court helps. That helped me. The judge actually told me that. I can see that a lot of people care about you. And honestly, if so many people didn't show up to your court date, I might consider sending you to prison. But you got bread, and what we're going to do is we're going to give you probation. So next, move to smaller communities. In smaller communities, such as the bullshit one that I live in, the police don't like locking people up over dumb shit. They don't fuck with you as much. They fucked with me because I was walking in the street and this nigga, I had on black and it was night, and this nigga was like, "Well, I genuinely care about you because this is my job and I don't want to have to come back and see you in the middle of the street." I mean, whatever the fuck. But smaller communities are not like fucking Chicago, New York, LA. They're not gonna fuck with you for no reason. Just because they know you're the new guy and they want to fucking check your ID, or they've been arresting your family since the fucking 70s. Their dad arrested your family before and he told him about you and blah blah blah. You know, shit like that. Like, bro, fuck, man. Three police officers constantly fuck with these fucking seven niggas because their uncles used to sell crack and pimp in the fucking 70s and 80s. In the late 70s and the 80s. I don't know when crack came out. I don't really give a shit. But next, stay paranoid. Stay cautious. Paranoia and caution, knowing that everything that you do will send you to jail. And being paranoid and being overly cautious actually does help a lot of people stay out of jail. Next, this is really important. It will get annoying, but it's important and it helps. What's next is hanging around people who are scared shitless of jail. They will prevent you from breaking the law. They will make sure that you know the law. And if you do break the law, they are going to make every effort to keep you out of jail. Except when you get fucked with by police, then you have people like my cousin who start to do dumb shit and call the police homie and player and pimp and bro and bruh, and they get all nervous and they say, "See, I told you you shouldn't have rolled that weed up in the car." Like, bro, why the fuck are you talking so loud? You get all nervous, they start doing dumb shit, and they might snitch on you. But if it doesn't get to the point where you have any contact with police, you're straight, and they will prevent that. Next, become afraid of jail. The only people who go to jail want to go to jail and don't give a fuck about going to jail. I hate hanging out with people who don't give a fuck about going to jail because life is literally a motherfucking playground. And I'm like, bitch, I've been in jail before. You need to stop doing this. I'm not scared of jail, but I don't much care for it. I don't like jail, okay? Unless I need a fucking wake up call, I don't like it. I'm not scared of it, so I shouldn't be the one that you hang out with. Now, when you take somebody like Liz, who's definitely not scared of jail, who definitely is one of those people, it doesn't matter if I go to jail. Prison is created in the mind. You might have my body, but you don't have my mind. My soul is free. I can walk down the street with beer. I can walk down the street with beer open. Oh, these traffic laws don't matter. Oh, we don't have tags on the car. Oh, my license is suspended. I'll drive across the whole country. It doesn't matter. All three of us are felons, and two of you motherfuckers have warrants. And if we get pulled over, all of us are getting charged with a felony. But it doesn't matter. No, you don't come to AaroniMoses' house if you don't want to go to jail, nigga, because we're some outlaws over here. All right. So next, be smart. Don't be a retard. Being smart, what does that mean? Being able to maneuver, knowing to prepare yourself to win, knowing that having weed under the seats is not enough. You gotta MacGyver some shit. Knowing that you gotta maneuver, bro. You have to maneuver. It's a dance. It's a constant. It's a constant. How are you supposed to deal with people who get paid to take away your freedom? How are you supposed to deal with that? That's like that's like if you own. Think about this. You making efforts to go to you making efforts to not go to jail. Yeah, you live in Connecticut. Yeah, they should be dicks. You making efforts to not go to jail is like if you're a millionaire, if you're a billionaire, no, if you're a millionaire, but you're not famous, and you have a wife, and you get a divorce from this wife, and she doesn't sign a prenup, and you're trying to make efforts in order for her to not be able to take all your stuff. You have a couple options. You either have to catch this bitch cheating on you, or you have to prove that she's been cheating on you, which will hurt her credibility. You have to fucking sign over all your belongings to your best friend or somebody in the family, which is, I think that's illegal. You have to figure this shit out. You have to constantly be going to, having to avoid jail is pretty much like being at a family reunion and you don't like anybody that's there and you didn't bring any weed and you didn't bring any alcohol and you're trying to get these people to get you fucked up. That's really actually nothing like trying to not go to jail. But it takes a little bit of intelligence. It really does. I've really never met that many smart people in jail, and I've been in jail about 7 times. 10, 7, 7. I've been in jail 7 times, and the smartest person that I ever met in jail was a lawyer. Oh, wait, no, no. I mean, that doesn't mean he's more intelligent. I met one lawyer and met one surgeon in jail. Other than that, everybody in jail was stupid. 85% of people in Cook County cannot read over a fourth grade level. And, no, 70 and 85% of people in Cook County are black. The only people that's in jail are people who are not that smart and don't have fucking self-control. That's the only people that's in jail. You know why that surgeon went to jail? Because he cursed out the fucking judge when his neighbor was holding his fucking dog hostage. They stole the dog. And the judge said, the only way that I'm going to resolve this case is if we put the dog down. And he lost his shit. He didn't say, hey, I'm a surgeon. I make fucking $15,000 a month. I could just pay this nigga. Or I could just pay somebody to kill this motherfucker. Or I could just break into his house and do some surgical shit and fucking get my fucking dog back. No, he lost his fucking shit and his dumb ass went to jail, sitting right next to my black ass. Alright. And then, I mean, number 13 is pretty much like number 9. Be observant. If you're constantly observant of your surroundings, you're collecting data constantly. You are collecting different ways, subconsciously building blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks of information that will keep you out of jail, that will keep you out of harm's way. All the times I've been driving and not paying attention to my surroundings, just knowing that I'm not doing anything illegal was not enough. You have to make a lot of effort to be observant. One of the ways you can do that is to meditate. Because the thing about police are in police cars. And police cars have a lot of signals and metal and shit in it that gives off signals that actually catches the energetic attention of people. What I'm saying is, a police car, think about it like this. A fucking car is 2,000 fucking pounds of goddamn metal. There's not that much metal and anything that's that fucking heavy around you on wheels. You can sense a car. You can feel a car. If you're about to walk past the alley, you know that there's a fucking car coming. We have alleys where I live, and these motherfuckers don't know how to use them. They don't honk when they're about to fucking come around the corner or come out the cut. But AaroniMoses meditates every fucking day, and I can sense a car. Now, me being able to feel a car behind me, around me, is enough for me to be able to feel a car with radios, Wi-Fi's, all kind of signals, all kind of metal, guns, all this motherfucking shit in this car, all this shit on this person, all the energy that people put into this fucking ugly ass fucking car. AaroniMoses can feel a police car creeping up on his ass, or It just feels different. It feels different from a normal car. And it's a lot of frequencies and signals and radio waves and ultraviolet waves and fucking devil shit in that car that I can feel with my eyes closed. But if you're not with the shits like that, or you fucking drink a lot of fluoride in your water, then your senses are gonna be numbed. So that might not be an option for you. But knowing specific situations, knowing that somebody's gonna call the police on this guy, this happened, this happened, that's gonna be, you being observant will definitely aid in keeping you out of jail. Now let me read these comments. The best way to stay out of jail is constant paranoia. It keeps you thinking 6 steps ahead of everybody. Well, actually, that is true and it's also untrue because if you're paranoid, that means that you're not thinking clearly to begin with. So you making any plans are going to take tweaking. That's why I like to use the word cautious because paranoia is somewhat of an illness. So, but if you know how to work it, of course, just like everything else, you're 100% right. If you want to piss a cop off and get your day ruined, call him bro. Call the faggot officer. If you go to jail and you call a PO, a fucking CO, and officer, if you call him officer, not sir, officer. My name's not, whatever the fuck. Calling them bro, calling them bruh, player, pimp. Nah, bro, I had to teach. Well, I didn't have to teach my cousin shit. He got taught. But people who don't give a fuck, what does it say? People who don't give a fuck about jail are about going to jail are the worst kind of people. It's always the live wire niggas that do dumb shit at the drop of a dime. That's certainly true. It's true, it's sad, it's annoying. Because, like I said, the worst thing about going to jail is being used to jail and not giving a fuck about going to jail. Because the world is no longer yours when you don't care about going to jail. That's something, if you care about going to jail and you break the law and you're just, you know what, I'm going to keep a positive mind. I'm not going to jail. It's going to take me 30 seconds to go in this nigga's house, clean this shit out, go and get the jewelry bags, maybe get 3 of them laptops, maybe 2 iPods, shit like that. That's one thing. If you break the law knowingly and you care about going to jail, that's going to keep you safe. Caring about going to jail, being scared of going to jail is your mother and your father. Not giving a fuck about going to jail is the fucking badass cousin that fucking nobody wants around because he influences you to do shit that you're not supposed to do. It's a drug. Not caring about going to jail is the same thing as being on fucking drugs, honestly. It is a drug. It's the same thing as being on drugs. That's not good, man. Another way to stay out of jail is to not do drugs. Everybody in jail that I met did drugs, and they were talking about how much they miss their fucking weed and cigarettes. I feel like stopping smoking cigarettes will keep you out of jail too. But who knows? I haven't done the research on that. But I got 2 more live streams today. I'm about to drink, wash these dishes, enjoy the listen. Nobody's here. I'm alone. I'm all alone. It's beautiful. I'm all alone. It's nice. I like it. I'm gonna enjoy this silence and this solitude. Clean the kitchen like a real nigga. And what else am I gonna do? Make a beat for a song called $20. I think I'm gonna make that beat. Maybe. And what else? I'm gonna do this review on Cheetos. Thank you, man. Thank you. Soldier Boys Draco. I'm gonna do my review on Cheetos. And then at 8 o'clock, I will be back on here talking about that old illegal shit. Alright, man. It's Aaron motherfucking Moses. Like, share, comment, subscribe. 13 ways to stay out of jail. Socialize with me, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. The best ways to socialize with me and to get in contact with me are my Facebook, my email address, and my website. Be good to the bang will be good to you. Love life, love yourself, and don't disrespect your mom. Don't love these hoes though. Never. Don't do that. Peace.